Oh, this is going to be a good night. Don't know why. I can feel all of the spirits around me. Hi, I'm Brenda Power Medicine Woman. And it is a hot night in South Australia. My hair is just, doesn't want to do anything. So, this is how I come to look tonight. The spirits are around. There is a lot of information coming through. Most of you are not realizing that there is you end and others begin. What does that mean? You can be happy-go-lucky and then all of a sudden you just feel like shit. Why would you do that? And it wasn't even your thoughts. Think about it. Thoughts become things, but they weren't your thoughts. Two things. Hello. So like I said, you're happy-go-lucky and all of a sudden you're feeling like shit. And thoughts become things, but my thoughts were good, I swear, and I'm in a good space. Why would I? Number one, your body. Your body has a program. So if you don't live up that program, then the body's going to say, you're off schedule. And then send out the signal so that you would get back on target of feeling like shit because you programmed yourself that you're supposed to feel like shit at least 70% of the day. It's been a good day, so you need to reprogram those. What's another reason? Well, where do you begin and others end? Yeah, certain emotions. When people, not all, it'll be some people that you'll vibrate with in your entanglement cords, whether you're 10,000 miles away or across the street or in the next room. But if you are having unfinished business with certain words, emotions, guess what? All of a sudden you're like, I'm pissed and I don't know why. And that's easy because the energy, the way we used to create 3D world, and now we're going into the 4th and the 5th, and it is asking you to start looking inward, start saying, hey, wait a minute. It's not about blaming, but this is not how I want to act. And you start cleaning up your crap, deciding I don't want this. They're not flaws. You just don't want to be that way anymore. So I was at the computer, and there was all this noise, and all of a sudden, my head started to hurt, and I started getting frustrated, and I said, stop. Who am I picking up? I heard nothing. Okay, fine. What am I picking up? And I was picking up aggression, and I'm like, where from? And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh, yeah. So 10,000 miles away, somebody I know is going through a hardship. And some people will say, well, isn't that like a mother-daughter thing? Or, but it can be anything. Hopefully that dog won't bother you. It's a dog outside barking. You can do it with people. You can do it with strangers. You can do it because your heart's open. You can do it because it's emotions. But it's learning our own energies. And most people don't realize that you have to own your own energy. I mean, you have to be responsible for the energy you bring into the room. Jill Bolte Taylor, I think it's a stroke of luck. She was a neurosurgeon and had a stroke. And then she was able to heal from the inside out. Really bad stroke. And now she walks and talks like you and I. But who she was more left brain. And who she is now is more right brain. More open, more in the heart, more into the yin, more into being intuitive. And that experience changed her greatly. It was remarkable. But she, as she was recovering, could feel when people would walk in the room, smile away, and yet she could feel what's in their heart. She could feel what's on their mind. And people say, well, you can read minds. It's not that. Your shit just hangs out in your aura. thoughts create a vibration without realizing it. You all have this ability. I just happen to tune in. Other people haven't. And you are asked, because the changing of the times is to know when you're off and it's not yours. Know when it's a reaction to other people's frequencies. Knowing what to do about it. Majority of the people say it's too late. They've been with this person for too long and they have to put up with all of this. And no, it's never too late to know who you are and your authentic self. And it's never too late to return to health. Some people I have bumped into have a great amount of sickness in their physical body, and their programs tell me what it is that they're repeating, what they're doing. I had one lady, she says, I don't even know where to begin. You all talk foreign to me. And I'm like, that's because it's meant to talk to your soul. Most people don't even know what a soul is. There's a lot to need to be learned out there. And I've lost a lot of family because, they're stuck in that belief and generation that it's supposed to sound and be a certain way. And if you don't follow it, something bad's going to happen. And the more you begin to dissolve or resolve those chemical peptides of emotions that are tied to how you're supposed to think, feel, and act, the more you begin to find yourself. That's the important part, is to find yourself. So the beauty of you women, like all women that are here, is that you're going to get a card. So I'm just going to ask Spirit, what is it that you all want? You want time, eh? All right, so let's see here. Oh, I don't feel it. Just a second. I know it's here. Let me look. No. Oh. This deck is calling for you guys. Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. What is the overall thing? I used to teach class, Empowerment Through Enlightenment, and I would stand up in front of the room and I would look and feel what the main topic was supposed to be, and it would be like in a matter of minutes. And it would always hit me through the heart. And I could feel it, and I'm like, the majority of it was so strong. But being that you all are out there, and I have to be open to having people come on. And look at that. I'm loving it. Okay, ready? Let's find out what this is about. You don't have to take it for face value. Either it fits or it don't. The Thinking Man, number 46. The Thinking Man. What possibly could it be about? I should ask. It's in the upright. Is that what you want? Do both? No. Male of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a man standing before an archway, gazing at the crystal in his hand. He is thoughtful and reflective, representing the potential presence of a teacher. In your life now, or about to arrive soon, this teacher will appear. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or maybe there's an assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in personal and professional growth. Well, I think all of us would love to grow personally. The man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. but to be on the lookout for this guide in the physical form and be open to the information. Learn what you can. A disciple, a new disciple, techniques, a new discipline, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. So when the teacher's ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. This is what that card reminds me of. And every day I would say thank you for the teacher. And thank you for the personal growth. And thank you with grace and ease. Remember that last one, grace and ease. So as I began to allow myself to be in, as I allow myself to begin, it was okay every day. And then I was sitting in a doctor's office and people were acting things out in front of me. And I could have just ignored it. I could have, been just human. But spiritually speaking, I stood back and I was looking at how the energy of people were fighting back and forth. And how shaming was important to control the woman. And then she used it on her child. And I'm like, well, okay. So I put those notes, I put it on my shelf. And when you guys are with me, you'll begin to put things on the shelf. You'll learn my language. So then I asked Spirit, okay, what is love? And I got to learn in many different avenues. But one time I was in the restaurant. It wasn't a fancy place, but people were here and there. And my kids were great kids. And, they were quiet and they were playing. And previously they had gotten a toy from someplace. And I said, okay, wait until we get home. And then they were playing so nicely. I said, you know what? I'm going to reward you because of your good behavior. And so I gave them their toy and we opened it up and they're trying to play. And they were laughing a little too hard, apparently, for the person I was with. And I'm like, all I hear is stop, don't judge, look, watch. And I heard teacher. I'm watching, and then all of a sudden I had asked, what is love? Well, you have to find out what it isn't first. And the look that this person gave to my kids was, well, if you love me, you better behave. And I'm like, oh my God. And then the shaming. And I'm like, no. There's got to be another way to do this for your children. Besides, pass that on. I looked around and they did nothing wrong. I looked around. Nobody even gave two hoots about the fact that they were playing quietly. They weren't running around. They weren't screaming. They weren't doing anything like that. And the question is, what is love? What is love? We have gotten to the point where love is love equals hate. Love equals fear. Love equals punishment. Love equals guilt. And majority of the relationships that certain generations have passed on and continue is love me or else. If you love me, you would do this. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've really got to break this within ourselves. And this one person I was watching one time, you could see the love. It was pretty. And then all of a sudden, there was just, she didn't do what that person wanted. And they threw a tantrum. Not the person, but the other one. And, oh, wow, it was defenses up. Let's see what's going to happen. Maybe the person's going to be attacking. You could really watch this. And the next thing you know, they were hurting the person that loves them deeply. And I could just see the hurt. I mean, it was just like arrows going right into their heart. And I get it. When our emotions get so riled up, we don't know what to do with them. We haven't learned a healthy way. I love when she says bonjour. But anyways, you haven't found, found a healthy way to cope, manage, deal, pacify with those emotions. And when you begin to feel what love isn't, and you start to break down those negative emotions that are tied to love, then the feeling of knowing what love is, oh my God, your heart starts to open. You're changing those things about yourself. And you look out and you see that it's a catalog of life. I don't want to do that anymore. And I think it was Andy Cohen in Love Unconditionally, about how to raise your children. And I really began to be mindful of the way that I would react. I'd be mindful. And as like you're trying to get stuff done and kids come screaming at you with joy and you want them to be quiet, and then all of a sudden you scream at them. And that one hit me hard. And I said, I don't want to do that. Now, again, you're not judging anyone. You're looking at what it is you no longer want to do that's considered love. When you start breaking down the barriers, love equals this. Love equals meaning you're supposed to be hit in the face. Love equals, no. Love is not really meant to hurt. When someone dies, your love doesn't get to go to that person anymore, not to the physical self. And that's where grief comes in. And I transformed a lot of grief in my life. And when I began to educate myself about what is love, what is the other side, what does that mean, I wasn't in as much pain that I normally would have been. I began to hear the souls of the people. And I had to come to terms with, the soul knows what is perfect for that individual. We try so hard to hang on to things. And when you hear when someone's dying and their soul is ready to go, and they're not ready to go, or you're not ready to let them go, it's important to begin to learn how to use tools. Long-term illness helps you really deal with letting that person you love go. Strangely enough, it does. And when you begin to let go of that particular person, you notice that their behavior is starting to grind on you, but yet you're like, okay, you're trying so hard to muster through all this because you know that your love is so good. Your love is there, but it actually helps prepare you to let them go, because sometimes we can't let go. Sudden death, oh my God. I thought that was hard. It took me 2 years to recover from that. But when you know someone that you love, they cannot be saved. And it is not cancer. My sister was dying. She had cancer. She healed from it. And then she got in a car accident, and then the sternum had broken. And because her body never got to recover from the lung chemo and all this other stuff, they couldn't do anything for her. So they put her to sleep, and then they, tried to see if her body would repair. And so after so many days, not long enough in my opinion, they woke her up and told her that there's nothing they can do and that she'll have to prepare to die. Oh my God, that's worse. And you get to say goodbye, right? Oh, I never got to, but that one was worse. And when we get caught up in grief, we forget what love is. And when you begin to heal from all that grief and all of the pain and all the loss and all of that, then all of a sudden your heart opens up again, and then you can feel that love and feel that joy, but it takes time. And I used to attach myself to people that I wanted them to love me, but their love was, you have to be the way I want you to be. And if not, I get to criticize you. I get to do this to you. And it's like, I would put up with it because I figured that's what love was. And then when I thought, no, not for me. And then, and it's great to have movies so you can see. And you will hear me quote it. What about Steve? There is your family out there. It may not be blood, but you got loved ones out there. And when you begin to heal the pain that you have attached, and you begin to heal the love equals that I have to be abused, or love equals that I have to put up with a narcissist or whatever, and you begin to transform why you attracted him in, you don't realize that your soul is responsible because of your soul contract of why certain things happen. You get to choose as you get to experience life again. How? And then what I tell people is, look, as you come in and the thing that you're working on your soul level and you don't see it, check, you've passed. But the moment you react in a negative manner, get hurt, then you have more work to do. And as the woman said, well, how do you even begin? Well, you begin taking those baby steps of beginning to learn what spirituality is. You learn that you are an emotional being. You are a mental being. You are a program. Life is just an illusion. That can be a hard one for everybody to grasp. But as you begin to understand what is reality, and I'm sure a lot of you watched What the Bleep Do We Know? Highly recommend it. You begin to notice that there is more to life. The more education you get about the metaphysics of life, the more you become more spiritual, the more you become more stable, the more you become more spiritual human. You're not just out there floating in the wind like you're a human and that's it, and get treated like an object instead of love. Okay? So it's important. It is so important. So, it's whatever you want this to be. It's whatever you want life to be. You just have to realize that when you begin to awaken, you don't have to be stuck with that a lot in life. Your lot that was given to you. You begin to wake up. You begin to say, no more, I don't need my soul insulted. The hardest part is to say no and stand up for yourself. The hardest part is to walk away and knowing that they're going to ridicule you, that they're going to hurt you in some form. And again, maybe not. Depends. It's not easy to be strong, but it can be if you have tools. So, welcome for you all to be here. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Not sure, what days I really want to do. I feel like Mondays and Tuesdays are good. The more that Spirit has me expand out, the better. But I also have to do it at a certain pace. And that's all right. We can do this. We can do it at a pace. Because ever since I got here, well, I should say almost 2 years before I got here, my path switch changed. And everything that I knew, or I thought I knew, completely changed. And starting over. used to love, there was a program called Starting Over. And how would you start over? Before healing tools, you had to face your shit. And a lot of it was pain and suffering. Think about it. How do you put up with your pain? How do you put up with your life? And it's not as bad as you think it is when you begin to go down this track, and you don't have to do it alone. You end up going down a road that begins to look familiar to you, even though you have no idea because you've never taken it before. Your soul can begin to guide you. Now, you know what to do. Share if you want a free reading. Your name goes in the box. Now, if you want a reading one-on-one, 11 for 11, that's $11 for 11 minutes. We can go for that. I was even thinking about having someone call in to me, and then I can do that on the air so that people can hear. You don't have to see the person. You just have to hear it, like, in Blog Talk Radio. And I think that concept would work. I could even probably hook this up to a speaker, so my iPad to a speaker so that it could be louder. I think hearing another person's voice besides me would help you grow even more. And lessons, yeah. But they are also very personal too. I mean, I thought I had to endure a lot of stuff just so I could learn my lesson. That one was very tricky because it took me a while to realize that I had so many arrested developments, and I didn't develop in certain areas. And that's where the lesson kept repeating. And I would just be the stuck program repeating. And I always felt like I was hitting this brick wall. And I thought, why can't I seem to get over it? I mean, I practiced. Here they come. I practiced. I did things. I don't get it. And then I realized what stopped it was when you run parallel timelines of different ages that you are. Believe it or not, even your future self. We're standing back looking at our younger self, and our future self is standing back looking at us right now. Because everything's a spiral. I think it's quite unique. I'm trying to find, there's Lenny's picture. So, and then learning how to unwind, okay? How do you want to put it? Problems. Problems are not what you think they are, because when you begin to realize that there's an answer, but you were never taught to find it. I mean, I have some people that only learned how to maneuver other people to give them the answer instead of them looking for the answer. Does that make sense? Oh, I want so much to teach. I want to be able to hear your voices. I wanted to be able to just take this whole room and to be able to take it to the next level. I feel connected, but I feel disconnected, and I don't understand that feeling. Stay on target. Whoever wants a free reading, you know what to do. You pay it forward by sharing the live feed or another thing I put out there. And I just wish that some of these people that I would say it to were friends of mine, and they can call in. But the first person, if you're here, your first name's Melissa. Your last name is Quincy? I don't think there's a C in it. Melissa? If you're present, let me know. I feel like a somber energy all of a sudden. I don't like that feeling because they were all giddy and ready to go. Not sure what's different. I just want that feedback. That's what I want, so that we can actually continue to have a conversation instead of me looking like yay. Okay, so my dear, I don't recognize your name. So, you want a cold read? Just pick up what I can pick up, or do you have something going on in your life? Because I had somebody the other day says, I have choice between two men and I don't know which way to go. And I did a read and I found out that the one person was a past life and there was unfinished business, but it wouldn't have helped them to move forward. Finish that out, do what you got to do. And then the next person in their life was the one that she, the card says to go after, but she has to heal how much, she cared about this other person, because the other person would feel like they're second best. Do you want something about your love life? To improve it, to get one, to love to yourself, love to a mate? The energy of how you're attracting them in or not attracting them in, because they're saying that the oscillation or the energy on the outside of you is quite low. Usually that to me is that means that they haven't stepped forward. Okay. And if that's the case, then, so cold reading is shooting blind and hoping that I just look at your field and see the nature of it. Learning to trust in certain relationships. And the idea is learning how to regain what faith is. Oh, sorry. Using the romance angel deck. Trust. So if you've had a situation in your life where you were I see a trust issue. And a lot of it had to do with, what about me? It's like you weren't included in the relationship. Come on, baby, I can just hear certain talk that and that's when you begin to discover yourself. The first thing that seems to be going is that you have a strong chemistry attraction to people. And that's a good thing, but there's something that you want and it doesn't seem to come to pass, because one of the things that they say that's important is to have love. Okay? But what does that mean? In this case, love of the mind, the love of the same interest, love and have a good friend, the love that you can have and talk to, because the chemistry people that you're running into is that they don't know how to commit. And that's the energy that I see on the outside. It's very low. And so you end up attracting people that you can't trust, because that's part of the... Okay, so when you begin to have chemistry and you look at the playfulness of it, it's all going good. You think, oh, this is it. I don't feel like you're the 13-year-old girl that thinks that, oh, this is the one for the rest of my life. I think you've grown quite a bit on that. But I see a particular picture, and it sits in my right eye. And something that you keep reconstructing over and over, because the right eye is about constructed. The left eye is about remembering. The right eye is the future. It's about protecting yourself. And so, so now you have chemistry, you got playfulness, and then there seems to be issues with finances and career. So when you're in the relationship, money seems to come up, or the way that, whose job's more important from what I hear. Wow, that picture that you have, you're not going to let that happen to you again. But it's in the right eye, which means it's going to block you from bringing that love into your life. It doesn't allow you to be positive and stay optimistic with everything. Okay, it really doesn't. The trust. It's your lucky day. I didn't hit the button. That trust has gone really deep inside your body. What that means is that there's a part of your body that is still holding on to it, and it affects your health. Okay. What does it affect? Now, did he demoralize? Did this person demoralize you? Because it says that it's affecting the lymphatic system. So your body may start gaining weight because the lymphatics it doesn't have a pump like your heart and your blood. And so you can be more prone to sickness. You can be more prone to certain things. And, maybe you have more allergies all of a sudden. Or you just, all of a sudden you're gaining weight. You're not sure why. Your immune system needs to move. So that's why exercise is so important for the lymphatic system. But it feels like what's deeply inside there is the acting mean, having you feel irrelevant, and feeling demoralized. It's those three things that are in there. So the question is does she feel them separately? She felt them all at the same time. Oh, that's a different story. No, hold on. I need to write that down. So you felt three emotions at the same time. What that does then, it becomes like a psychic attack, and it can really affect you. And in this case, it looks like the lymphatic system. So demoralized. I think I said act mean. Anybody remember what the third one was? Yeah, if anybody remember what the third one is, that'd be great. Oh, God, she says I was in a narcissistic relationship previously. Yeah. Okay, so we need to... would you like a healing from this? I can do it, and then you can do it later to yourself, or you can do it along with me. But the third, you felt it's deep into your bones, so I need to say deep into body, and I need to say psychic attack. What that means is that these people didn't attack you with their emotions, is that you felt three emotions at once. It could come from anybody, even your own self. Demoralized, act mean. No, I know that one. Now they're giving me all the different ones. There was three that you told me. Just tell me again. Act mean. Now it's spinning. There's something that you don't have to wear this as a badge. You don't have to keep this as a reminder, so you don't, because once you remove this, your body will start feeling better. Okay? It's not going to take away the way the memory is. It's just going to help pull this out of the body. This is funny. They won't even let me remember it all. Normally they do. So what do you want me to know before you tell me what it is? They want me to talk to you about irrelevant. So in the narcissistic way, they knew better than you. And what was important was to make sure you knew that. Oh, well, you're just being silly. You may want it this way. I'll do it this way. Demeaning words to make you feel like shit so they can do it their way. Gaslighting. You're crazy. I mean, I'm sure you understand, there's different levels of what a narcissist is, but when they take away for you to feel that you don't have a voice, and I feel that deep inside of you, it's like an automatic, you got to obey, not hear your body's program because it knows that the thing is coming. It's like, you can feel it. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. And you just, it's coming. It's like, so what that means is that he did a really number on you. And before you can trust again, you need to heal your heart about believing that you're irrelevant, because you are more relevant than you can imagine, because you just being here, helping out every woman here, and whoever watches this gets to hear this again, and it gives them strength. You're more relevant than you can just imagine. So you are important to all of us. And if you heal this, you're helping me, you're helping all of these people, you're helping your bloodline, you're helping women in general, or anybody that's gone through this. Do you understand? We're all connected. So you're very relevant, and you have to get that out of your mind. I had a breakthrough on the weekend at a personal development seminar. Yay! Oh, oops, I lost it. When I had my eyes closed, I saw gold and blue, ready to let go and have a voice again. Oh, okay. So here we go. You can use your hand. You can use a refrigerator magnet. I'm going to use this because I'm going to send it to you. And you can do it at the same time as me. It'll be up in the bandwidth if you want it anytime. But what we're going to do is that because these three emotions are sitting there, ready? We're going to do this 10 times. Okay? Oh, it'd be nice if I read my own darn writing. Oh, deep. Deep into the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep into the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Oh, sweating. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. I've lost count, people. I'll do deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. We'll do one more time because I can feel just a little. Deep inside the body, psychic attack, demoralized, act mean, irrelevant. Ooh. Okay. I saw it attacked in the back. I don't see that there. Okay, it's released. Is it still inside the body? Now you just got to do some exercise and some moving, some stretching, drink water. The best thing is the psychic attack has been removed. Okay, there's more we could do. If you ever want a personal session, just look me up, set up an appointment. A lot we can do. A lot better because I can see this, but I can see how it gets very confusing because he swoons you, and the chemistry, all that's there, but you get to heal, like the women here, as you begin to heal how you project people to show up and you understand the responsibility of it. and how to look at it from a spiritual sense, you then all of a sudden you realized, no, I don't do that anymore. No, I don't. You don't do that anymore. You don't need to go out and drink. You don't need to do this. You don't need to lower yourself just so, oh, I have a date, or, oh, Valentine. No. No. You begin to build that inner strength up. And the more you learn healing tools of removing those negative emotions, the stronger you actually become. Okay? Well, oh, she got goosebumps and tingles down her back. Thank you. You're welcome. And that's the kind of feedback that I like. Oh, yeah, you're onwards and upwards. You got this beautiful light path. You stay on that. Yeah, and then you can get to heal that trust and that heart. Again, I can help you on many levels if you know. So you know that's what my job is. Okay, let's get to the next. Samantha McDonald. Samantha. Sam. Hey, Sam. Okay, Sam, you here? All right. Whew. I know Samantha was in the beginning. And hopefully, you know, sometimes people go to the bathroom and can they make it back in time? Oh, and I lost my board. Where'd it go? All right, well, wait just a second because my thing disappeared. Yeah, my hair. I tried many different things with it, and this weather is like, we're not having it, and my hair has a mind of its own, and it's like, good gracious. So, yeah, I got what I got tonight. Yay! She's here. Darling, what do you want? You tell me. We're getting more of a connection, so there's a part of you that knows that you can start asking different things. And strangely enough, yes, future events, but there's just certain things that there won't be an answer for on certain things. Is your soul or you haven't decided. Come on, open up. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to start it, and if you tell me, that's fine. I will keep looking up. Samantha. Really? Okay. So somebody just came in and put their hands on mine and says, oh, Samantha, holier than thou. I don't know what that means. And then now I got somebody from childhood that wants to play that game. I hear giggling. I hear somebody that may have had sinus issues. There's a playful nature. I can't get it whether it's a man or woman, child or adult. They're trying so hard to come through. All right, so we're going to ask the spirits on the other side because she'd like to speak to her dad. Hey, Daddy, are you there? We're going to find out, okay? A little to your left. So somebody's here. You want me to get a card? No. Well, you just can't do this. Okay. I remember you when you're in your awkward stage. And there's a part of you that would do some type of self-abuse. Okay, and then all of a sudden I hear an obsession of correcting you. Now, I don't know if that's him or not. What? Sorry to discourage you. Okay, so he's learned, if that's him, he's not strong. That means he hasn't really learned how to penetrate the veil or whatever. He gave you a lot of discouragement to not be you. But at the same time, this is his judgment upon himself. Does this make sense? Okay, Samantha, sometimes he would watch and says I would have such lack of control over it, and it would just drive me nuts. And all he wanted was the best for you, if that makes sense. What do you mean not? Not what? Not her or not you? Not what? You must have heard no a lot, because it says that there was always this reaction that would come. Okay, there'd always be this reaction. And then there was this energy about being overpowered, and he would show me that the emotions was getting so gripped up, and he could feel like he was overpowered by those emotions, and he just didn't know how to handle it because he felt like he was losing it. Okay, so you must have started going through your hormones or something, because the vibration between you two started to shift differently. He just said somebody, I'm not sure again if it's, he said the whispering of thoughts of what other people would think. We do have somebody here that's like a grandma or something. Oh, yes, that is my dad. Okay, yes, not good enough. Okay. Oh, we do. We have a grandma or somebody over here. Uncontrollable urges of anger. But what's interesting is that I don't know if that's his mom, but she just wants to side the head as if to say that that's how he learned. All right, so now somebody just from the angel side has come up here and says, that is the generation. That's the generation. That's the generation. So I get that. Is he sorry? He don't expect any forgiveness. But yes. He gets to do a life review. I mean, you don't just sit back and you watch what you did. You get to watch by being in your shoes to how you felt, of how, because it's all about the kaleidoscope of perspectives when you are doing certain reviews so that your soul can prepare for the next event. There's a lot of shame. There's a lot of guilt. He felt a lot of pain. He understands. He's cried about it. He's like, oh my God. Okay, so she says, I always think what other people say. Yes, that is my Nan. Okay. So I forgive him. It was the way he was brought up. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Nan is still coming across as a mean streak. Is it trying to tell me something? If that was like the culture or something, like for instance, and the only reason I say this is because I have German in my blood. I have French, I have Europe in my blood. So there are different things that people carry along that line. And she's trying to show me she's come from, it's the way you're supposed to look at it. And they just confirmed that the heart chakra was not opened up when Nan was around. So I don't know how old these people are. It was the heart chakra really began to open up after World War II. And some people didn't want to have it, and others did. Okay, so he's saying we don't have much time, but your puppy's here. Now, I don't know. He said, I see a puppy. Or the dog is youthful because then all of a sudden it changed shape. But we're all here. He says you'd be so surprised that we're all here. And the love is astronomical. It's so different than Earth. And he says, and I know you won't believe it, but I love you. I love you, babe. And then just now he's starting to go this way. Nan has now winked as to say, yeah, things are different. It's not what you think. And so it's her way of sending love across the line, even if you may or may not have felt it, because she shows me that she's hard and rigid and she didn't know if anybody felt anything because she couldn't feel anything. I got a litter of puppies underneath my feet. Okay. I hope that was, Nan was a young girl when World War II. Well, see, that's the thing. She chose not to want to open it really then, because you can stick with your tradition and generations and feelings. I think she had to tell you the truth. I don't know what nationality. No, that's not. What word do I want? I don't know what country she came from. I don't know any of that. But there's some very strict rules that I can see. Okay. And for this last one, oh, okay. Spirit says we're going to play a game for this one, okay? And I'm not sure why, but we will do that. Because we're going to throw, because it's almost, an hour into this. Things are completely different. So I got to write down, I'm going to write down a number from 1 to 50. And the first person that, first person I see, then you will get a reading, okay? All right, I wrote it down. So everybody who wants a reading, then, I can imagine it's a hard upbringing, Sam. Oh, I feel it. Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much for calling him forth. That was beautiful. So whoever wants a reading, we're going to play a game, a number from 1 to 50. I wrote the number down. If you want a reading, you tell me the number. I want to see who wants to participate. Okay. We have 47. Nope, that's not it. Well, Jenny, if you want a reading, pick a number from 1 through 50. And if it's correct, right now we're just playing, no. Ooh, so close. Nope. And then when I see it, I'll show you what I put down. So close. Come on, people. You can do it. All right. I would send out a vibe. Oops. Oh, my God. So close. Sam says, I really do appreciate it. I got some of my dad's belongings yesterday. Oh, wow. And it was a bit hard to come to terms with that he's gone. I miss him and I love him dearly. I was always Daddy's little girl. Oh. Okay. Oh, my God. Yeah, guys are getting closer. My God, oh my God. This is kind of fun. Oh, stop. You know, I had a feeling it was going to be you. It was Jenny Brown. Can you see it? Oh, I don't. Why can't you see it? Hold on. 37, see it? And I don't think there was anybody before you because I mean, you were hitting and missing around there, I'll tell you that. 37. Okay. All right, now we'll probably do another one of those. So anyway, Jenny Brown. You must have knew Spirit was directed you here. So is there anything that you would like to talk about or ask a question about? You're more than welcome to. Even do a healing if you choose. The energy is picking up. That's an interesting energy. Okay. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So cold reading then. What to ask, what to do, how to do it. So just to let you know, when you want it says purchase a reading through the live feeds. Every time it is my email address, and there is no http// in front of it. It is an actual email address, so just be aware of that when you want to purchase something. All right, what does Spirit want to tell you? Okay, well, the way you were guessing all over the place with that. Snowmen. I see a bunch of snowmen around. And do you have an animal? Do you have a dog or an animal? Do you have a pet? Because this pet needs something. It needs a healing. So if you have a pet handy, do you have it near you? Can you pick it up? Can you work with it? Because I feel like we need to heal that pet. If you don't, that's fine. That's fine. But work with me here. Because I feel like this is a living, breathing animal, unless I feel like something's really close. So this is the one thing about giving readings when there's a delay and did have a pet. Okay. Very much tied to you still. This is coming from the pet then, because oh my God, I do not need to itch. Snow dogs. Just give me a minute. That's funny. Did they like to scratch? Oh my God. I don't need to do the attributes. Stop it. Okay. Arrested development. They see arrested development. You haven't developed in something. You haven't developed. I do not need to repeat 1,000 times. What does she need to develop in? What does she need to develop in? Do you sing? They say you haven't felt like you're on top of the world in a long time, and it's important that you begin to do so. It's very important that you do that. You begin to do that. So as far as developing, you have an arrested development because you panic. And the way that the panic comes in, yes, your son. Yes, what? Singing? Yes, what? There's a panic, though, and the panic is related to, and this is what we're going to look for. It has to do with the fourth chakra. You hurt, everybody else's. Okay, so and then you're saying it's the back of the fourth chakra, in the back. This has to do with the ego will, or the will towards the outer world. And they're saying that as you begin to start to develop who you are, or develop whatever area that you wanted to do, to sing. Oh my God, they want you to sing. Okay, thank God. I got a hit. Okay. The singing, though. Oh my God, seriously. I don't need to even howl. Stop it. Oh. You know, I'm not sure why I'd have. Really? Okay. Let's try this again. Oh my God. Okay. The extreme joy that they felt. I mean, if you could see the pendulum. The extreme joy that they felt. Did they sing with you? Because it's like, hello. Okay. But they said they can see the panic, and the panics, then you believe that others' egos are, you can feel them. It's like you become self-conscious. You think that their eyes are on you and judging you. But that is not the panic as much as the denigration that you hear in your own head about what you think they say about you. You had an experience then? Because, well, they do feel human, but at the same time, they had to make sure I know they're not. Oh, I can smell his dog hair now. Did they have a favorite biscuit or something? Did you make them a special treat or something? Because they like Christmas is the holiday. They like that Christmas. There's something about Christmas. I don't know what that means. But I want a cookie. You didn't sing often? Well, it warmed them hard. They're very much telling me that it was in their heads. They felt it. Maybe you were unaware of how you sang, but it made them feel good. And they're saying that you really need to get past that. So I'm going to ask, when did you have, it'd be great if I turned the dang thing on. When did you have a panic attack? Or, oh, well, I wasn't going to say that. 4 years old. At 4 years old, self-efficacy. There's a lot of that. The ability to achieve something, to create without having any blocks. I was listening to this guy one time talk about self-efficacy, and he talks about his friend. His friend gets out the clay. He's like 5 years old. He's playing with the clay, and he starts shaping it, and somebody asked, "What's that?" "It's a horse." "That's no horse." Then it crushed him. And he wadded up the clay, threw it, and never created stuff like that again. He prevented himself based on he never wanted to hear that again. And that was important. What's important is to begin to heal the panic. Begin to heal the fear. And you need to kick those people out of your head out, because half the people probably aren't thinking what you think they're thinking. They want you to develop it. They want you to go and get the enjoyment. If you want to take a class, take a class, because the angel says, this is about you. It's your time. It's the me time. It's your time. And the more you begin to know what you like and what you don't like, the more. So she says, I felt singing was my path, but yes, the panic attack started in my 20s and stopped me in my tracks. Those can be healed. It'll take a little time, but those can be healed. And when you hit the stages of that, eventually they'll just fizzle out. But the angels are saying, yes, you need to, because they're showing me that you could do lessons if you needed to get into it. But you could make an appointment with me, and you could start wiping out those panic attacks and all the things that would stop you from getting back onto that path. Because they're saying, we got to get the denigrating thoughts out of your head and what you think other people think of you. And we have a RTJP. It's the right temporal junction parietal lobe. And one thing about it is that it's there, and it helps us think what other people think. But when we have incidences where there's pain and hurt, it can cause your right temporal junction parietal lobe to be disrupted. And so when you think what other people think, you're inserting your own fear in there, and these people aren't thinking that. Taking it into another relationship is the worst, because a lot of times those people aren't thinking that. But you can't help yourself from thinking. They keep showing me that pattern. The dogs, the snow dogs, I love that. The dogs, did they have similar names? Because I said Harold and Gerald. Okay, so did the dogs have similar names? Because somebody's giggling over here, and I feel like it's whoever's watching the dogs now. I've called them something else. But oh, Kate McCormick's your mother? Really? Hi. Oh, Lisa, hi. Okay. Anyways, back to you. What makes you depleted? Is it okay? Okay. Not the panic attacks. That can do with the number itself, but when you're about ready to be motivated, you're going to do something, all of a sudden you will become overwhelmed with depletion. And that is a pattern. From what they told me about, is that is how you design it. So your strategy is you want to go out and sing. Okay, so you're going to get, I got a song, I'm going to practice, I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden, as you're about to ready to do that next stage to get to this, you feel depleted. And they said it's like a I'm saying it wrong. Fail-safe mechanism. So when did you put that one into place? About 32. I don't know how old you are. One of the things you did, from what they said, and now you have the older self coming in. Your older self is coming in. Your 98-year-old self says, you got to stop not wanting to do something. It's a repetitive pattern that causes you to suffer. Oh, so did you create an aversion? Like aversion therapy? Like if you want a piece of chocolate and then you think it smells like shit? Oh, Nismo and Jasmine, that's not the same. Well, they're calling them nicknames over there or something. That's funny. And you're 40. Okay, so, but your older part of you says you can help the older part of you. Okay, so you're not going back in time and changing a timeline as much as you are choosing to change this timeline to help your future self. Your future self did come back, and I can hear it, and it's saying you're always doing the not there's this lot of faith in the not doing something. Does that make sense? You have a particular way of mulling something over. It's like when example that they're using over there is like, okay, you enter a contest. As you enter the contest, and then as the day becomes closer where you're going to draw your name, you then go into hopelessness and you start telling yourself negative things so that you can prepare yourself for the heartache of not having it. Anyway, all these need to be healed and can be healed. And what you used to be, you wouldn't allow yourself to be. So is this the used to be behavior that was good? And you gave it up because somebody criticized you. It's like saying that you're a goody two-shoes and you took that to heart and then chose not to be that type of person that you wanted to be. That needs to be addressed. Yes, it helps form you who you are, but the biggest problem is it actually stops you from developing in the area you need to. And as the dog says, you haven't arrested development. They want you to develop further. Because all I hear is, baby, you got a life. Now live it. Now they're hollering. I'm not doing it. Stop it. Okay. Yes. Did you just say, is my dad there? Is some male figure? Did you just I swear that came from you. I will tell you that you have all of the people. There's a crowd that's with the dogs, but this is the dog. This is the animal area. This is the angel area, and this is the non-fleshy area. They really want you to go back to who you used to be, and you shut some of this down. I hope this makes sense to you, dear. I really do. Because I'd be jumping right in and saying we need to heal this. It says that you resonate. What do you resonate out from you? Oh, you have an energy that makes you go out, and then people are supposed to come in and fill a quota of making you feel like shit. Is that true? That resonating energy is there. And I'm just going to say if you want this healing, just say, just do this, make me feel like shit. Resonant energy, make me feel like shit. Resonant energy, make me feel like shit. Resonant energy, make me feel like shit. And you can take that and use that later. It's up on the bandwidth. It's not. You really firmly believe in something. There's something, there's what do you believe? There's a lot of guilt. Okay, so let me explain something. You can chronologically age, you can grow, you can be greater and stronger, but if you ever had this, felt this, were it, and you've overcome it, that just means you probably suppressed it. You didn't really release the root or the stronghold. And if you were beginning to resolve that, you get that power back into you so that you can create further down the road. Because when those roots are there, it ends up becoming blocks and things in the future of when you're trying to unfold stuff. Excuse me. Now everything's shifted again. We're going to play one more time. All right, I got to get a number. Oh, Rihanna. Anyway, I wrote the number down. More than welcome to begin to guess what you think that number is so that you can get your reading. And if you want a healing, you can have a cold one. And this time, again, all we're doing is playing the number game. Type in the number that you think it is. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 through 50. You're welcome, Jenny. 1 through 50. Come on, people. Did I say 1 through 100? If I did, I'm sorry. Somebody's getting closer. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. How'd that happen? Oh, oh no, no, no. How did that happen? No, I didn't mean to pin that. I can't get it unpinned. Unpin. There we go. Now I got to see. I don't see it yet. So close. So close. So close. So close. Nope. Darn it. I thought I was it. So close. I know. I didn't know how I pinned it. Come on, people. You're so close. I'm going to go back to make sure I didn't miss it. No, no. I did not miss it. Yeah. Tabitha, you know what? I had a feeling I was going to do something for you tonight. Tabitha won. Tabitha won. Ready? Ready? No, where's it at? Can you see it? Oh, I can't get it to. It's 18. There it is. Tabitha. Tabitha. Oh my God. What the hell? Whiskers? Who's Whiskers? Oh my God. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it must be your bunny rabbit, huh? Because all of a sudden now I want carrots. Oh my God. Seriously? Oh. Woo! I made it. Or your cat. I don't know. Bunny. Bunny the cat. Yes. Oh, that would make sense. Why not? Had snow dogs. Snow. Oh my God. It's like the Cheshire Cat because he wants to grin, and then there's this laughter, and then there's this. He says, I want you to know I did my best to take all of those emotions out of you. My pleasure. The cat really felt like his job was to help you process all of those emotions that you had your own, but all of the emotions that you would pick up from your environment. Does this make sense? Did you used to sing? Okay. Aretha Franklin, did she sing? Did she sing Respect? Did she sing that? Okay. All right. Say goodnight to little Lenore. Does that make sense to you at all? What I just said? Yeah, it's animals tonight. Okay, so my brain just did a number. We're switching. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, I gathered that he took the emotions. Who's here now? Yeah, Spaghetti Dude's here. The other one's learned that respect. He's over there. He says, I understand your space. I'm glad he does. He says, no jumping in your head. It's not a ghost. It's not like the movie Ghost. No, it's not. You're right. Oh, that is hilarious. What in the heck? Oh, yes, the song. I would play Respect by Pink. Oh, okay. Well, I knew it was a singer. I could hear Respect. That would make sense. Now, did that empower you, or were you releasing emotions? Because did you know that your cat was fully aware that you had an allergy to gluten? It's amazing what animals do. It really is. He says, oh, you had so much happiness when you ate that stuff. Body wasn't happy, but he says, you also have an arrested development. Okay, so it must be the night of arrested developments too. All right. Oh, the cat is, you know how when a cat uses a scratching post? My back's the scratching post. And I'm not sure what. He says, oh, so you're incompatible with food? Yes. Was it gluten? No. Was it a wheat? No, it was the chemicals in the wheat. Was it glyphosate too? Yes. So you have an allergy to glyphosate, so then that makes you, when you try to eat other things, they would affect you the most. You could write glyphosate on a thing, and then we could tap that out. Taking action. Very proud of you for taking action. And now they want me to know about this arrested development. What? You think that you're amazingly efficient. You just keep telling yourself that you're inefficient. Oh, it's scratching my back quite nicely. When Tabitha would be sick, yes, and when I was sick, she would sit next to me in the toilet. Yeah. I have to say, a little higher on the scratching. That'd be good. Okay, so inefficient. Her little paw's point where? What is about it? Oh, she has an active memory. Oh, the active memory when you was 4 years old. And you're pointing to something on this side. What do you want me to know? Taken for granted. Taken for granted. I have to look up something. I hope I don't lose you. All right, so I have to look up something. It's always important to define everything. So people underestimated your value. To expect someone or something to always be available. Did any of what I just said, did that make sense to you? Because somehow, okay, so this guy's hand on my shoulder and going, which is, look out on the horizon. She only ever saw that everybody else had value. She was told that she had to basically see their value in order. It's like they were meant to be important and you weren't. Oh, good. So she says, I always have lost friends because they were always taking me for granted. Yes. Okay. Doing it again. Okay. Really? Hold on. I got to take care of myself. She says, you need to learn that rule. You could have learned a lot from me. You still can. You know? Fix your crown like I fixed my tail. You know, you learn not to be snotty, but just find that value. Grandfather says, stop taking and marking down the price tag. You know, you're not on sale. What the heck's that? Somebody's talking through him. Oh, okay, good. I know the person she's talking about. Good. Am I in a bakery? That's my cinnamon rolls or something? Did you try going for a job at a bakery at one point? Or were you too scared to do something? No, I want a cinnamon roll. Oh, this isn't good for the diet. Anyway. Fear of not fitting in. Okay, so your interests were different than others. If your interests were different than others, Pa, you and your cakes. Oh, I really want one. Okay. Look at me. I did what I wanted. You don't need a penis for that. You can do what you want. You could be a stand-up comedian, but you need to do it with conviction. Oh, wow. He just... Your family may be blood, but they are naysayers and they don't count. They... No, they're like, yeah, but we taught family first. And they're... different day and age. They're not arguing. They're just trying to get something across to this. Yeah, it's totally different. And this new energy, because they can see it. And I just saw an angel hand a card. I don't know what that's about. But yes, what I heard. Yes, always have been different to others. The thing is you are meant to stand out. You got a job to do. Now you're at the age that it should be a piece of cake now. You have the support from your husband. And you just have to re-educate yourself of letting spirit come in to help you with your children. To help you with that teaching... hold on, I don't know what this is. Give me a second. Teaching. What are we teaching? We're teaching self-reliance. Teaching, there's a part of you that has some fear that needs, okay, so the rest of development, from what I can hear, is that you have to develop within yourself that you have to have more faith that the kids can do more. I think that includes your husband. Can do more than what, sorry, hubby, can do more for themselves because you were taught that you had to always do more for others in order to be loved or to fit in or to watch your P's and Q's, because you had to put other, it was a thought process that was really pounded into you, if that makes sense. That part needs to be healed out, because once that energy cord changes, then the universe will start helping those to develop themselves. Well, it's probably a good thing you don't speak to them. But anyway, heal like you have to. You couldn't develop the... The structure of how you do things, reevaluate it. This has to be done. This has to be done before this gets done. This has to be done. This has to be done before this gets done. They said restructure it. Let the universe help you rearrange it to show you how it can be so that there is more for you, It's not about being greedy. It's about restructuring so that the energy can be supported. Because if you weren't there, then they still are there. They're still alive. They're still doing what they need to do. So have the universe come in and help them know how to do things while you're still there, and so that everybody can start developing to that next level of where you all need to be. Oh, I've had to face a lot of fears over the last few days. My love to you, my dear. And you know where I'm at. Anyways, you guys are really great. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this until Spirit tells me that I don't need to, or I'm on a different wavelength of someplace else. Right now, I'm just going at the pace of what Spirit wants, and I'm letting it fall where it lies. Something like that. All right. Love to see the faces. Love to see the names. Love discovering new people. And I'm so thankful that you guys came in my life. Oh, she says, in a good way, hon, it had to be done. Oh, good. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh, good to know. Oh, good. Yeah, because I care about all of you. I really do. Okay. And they're saying, step up your game. You're worth it. You're amazing. At the same time, Sam wrote, you do an amazing job. Oh, thank you. And I'm sure you all do too. Some of you haven't discovered yourself, and others have. All right. Many blessings. And, light, love, all that good stuff. Namaste. But I always love to say, stay blessed.